So sorry. I'm getting sick.
Stop. Hi. It's been a minute. I'm KosmicKait, or Caitlin. I've mostly been like running my small business and making content about my small business. So if you're interested in any of that, I handcraft soy wax candles here in Houston, Texas, and document the whole small business journey, including making the things, running the things, doing the things as a small business owner. So if you're interested in that, I'll pop the link down below for you. But hey, this is like my gaming channel, main channel sort of thing, and my last video that I did on this channel had to do with books, and you guys liked it, and I like books. I have a conundrum, and that conundrum is I was all caught up with my ARC books until my inbox suddenly exploded with 4 advanced reader copies for 4 different books. Don't know why I do this to myself. I sign up for ARCs for authors that I absolutely love reading their books. Actually, I almost lied to you. I was gonna say 3 of them are series books. Only 2 of them are. So 2 of them are books in a series. Another is from an author I absolutely love. She's writing a new standalone college hockey romance, and I was like, sign me up, girl. And author that I've read a book from through Good Girls PR, they're like, hey, limited time, limited amount. I said, wait, I love Megan Quinn. Please let me sign up for this ARC being advanced reader copy. I did that not realizing that they all would hit my inbox at once and release pretty much around the same time. It's fine. Sitting here making a Notion board, and I'll insert here kind of like how it looks. But it's a Notion board of all of my ARC books, and I have a calendar view so I can see when things are due, when things are being published, and then I can also just keep track of, the table view is my favorite, honestly, but keep track of all of the ARCs that I have been so graciously given, and then link all of my content and whatnot. It's a great like historical tracker for myself. It also helps keep me accountable as I go. Just so I can know like where I'm at. The last time my inbox was flooded with a bunch of ARCs all at once, I made this. And so it started as a Google Sheet, but I've been really liking Notion for a lot of my small business stuff. So I made a Notion board, and I really like it. I found a template for ARCs, so I'll insert the link for that down below if I can find it. If not, I'll make a template. I don't really know how, but I'm liking that I can click on different components and it opens a whole view all about that. Sometimes when you are putting in an application for an ARC, they'll ask you like, please send us a link of a review for this author that you've done before. Sometimes they'll prefer people who have already read from that author, which I totally get. So I like having all these links in one spot. Like granted, I can go and try to dig into my Goodreads or scroll on my Instagram forever to find like a social post that I made for an ARC for that author, or I can go to this handy dandy tool that I put together and just grab exactly what I need. Never worked like directly with an author really. I've started with, and we can make a whole separate video about like getting into ARC reading and how you get access to these through different like agencies or authors who start their own like street teams and reviewing teams and stuff. So getting into that is honestly not that hard, and I wish it wasn't gatekept so much. So I do post on my Instagram if I see open applications for a book that looks interesting for either myself or a friend. I share it to my Instagram story. I think I've introduced Good Girls PR to a few friends, and I have one friend who has ARCs through them consistently now, which is super cool. There's no gatekeeping here. I'll just do a separate video on that and make it more comprehensive and easier to understand. What was I on about? I don't even know. But I have 4 books to read in the next like 3 weeks. Easy to do, but I'm gonna take you along that journey so you can kind of see what all it entails and if I'm capable of making it happen. I'm a little nervous. Okay, we'll talk next time I check in. Hopefully I've started a book. I'm reading A Broken Blade. I'm only like 47% of the way through. I'm doing this as a buddy read with some friends, and I'm also doing a buddy read for Wicked. And now I have 4 ARC books. Prioritizing is gonna be fun. Okay, we'll see ya. Bye-bye.
Besties, 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 besties. Okay, I don't look the greatest. Acne is out of control. It's Friday. I finished The Path to Loving Him by Megan Quinn. And oh my gosh, I finished it at like 10 p.m. and then immediately started reading Chase Leavitt Wants Me. And I think it was a sign, because in Helena Hunting, the author of this story, Helena Hunting's Badass Babe Brigade influencer team Facebook page, they were doing a paperback signed giveaway for this book. And they picked 6 people and I ended up winning. I woke up this morning, took my morning poo, and they're like, hey, you're one of the winners. So I started this last night, woke up at like 5 a.m. because Nick was leaving for work, and I'm already 37% of the way through. And tell you what, I'm so sorry. I'm getting sick. I need to find some Dayquil. I made a coffee in my Wicked cup. Or to the Jungle or Wicked. So I'm going to continue reading this today. I have 4 total arcs that I need to read before the end of the year. It's already the 27th. I've got like 4 days. We're doing it. We're going through it. One thing that bothers me about ebooks is if it's not like a Kindle book and it's just like a document that gets sent to you, your highlights aren't saved anywhere. Or so I thought. There's a way where if you plug this into your computer, you can pull your clippings. It's in like a notepad file or text file or whatever. It's actually super easy to navigate if you just Control F and search for what you're looking for. There's a way to do it. So that's what I do with all of my arcs, is all of my highlights. I just go after I read the book, grab some of my favorite quotes, and just kind of remind myself what the story was about, because I am a goldfish and never remember anything. Time to make myself presentable. Just kidding, we're gonna read all day. I don't care what I look like. So I have officially finished all 4 of my arcs. It is January 2nd at the end of the day, and literally just finished the audiobook for Mr. Broody by Piper Rain. I've noticed lately with a lot of the authors and publishers that I work with, or PR agencies that I'm working with for ARC reviews, again, ARC is Advanced Reader Copy. But for these ARC reviews, typically they ask that these reviews be out sooner than later. But there's been this thing where you can't post an Amazon review until the book is published. So they've been asking that you post your reviews pretty much everywhere else, like Storygraph and Goodreads, as soon as you're able to. And then they have a submission form that you put all of your like social posts and review links that I assume export to like a spreadsheet. So they have it all in one spot. But they usually have the date for that after published date so that the Amazon review can be available to you, and it has to pend as well. I've only really posted 1 Amazon review for a book so far, so I'm not really sure what the standard for like the pending status of that is, but I just submitted 3 of them. We'll see how it goes. I just don't normally review on Amazon, but a lot of authors are asking that we do that now, so I totally don't mind. So I just made all of my posts, which basically all of the posts that I have made for my arcs are like currently reading, and I'll include it in my stories. It's tricky with stories because those expire after 24 hours, so sometimes the authors don't see them in time. Totally fine, totally cool. I'm just posting to my story, sharing with my followers what book I'm reading, which is just like a normal thing I do anyway. I will tag the author and the marketing agency if it's necessary or if I want them to see it. Otherwise, I'm just going to post as I see fit. On the main feed, I will sometimes do a currently reading if I'm really enjoying the book or really hyped for the book. And then at the end, what I've been doing is taking a photo of my Kindle with my bookshelf and then editing that photo, adding graphics on top of it. I also messed around with just some like different background aspects of a Kindle with the book, with the reviews, and I'm still trying to find kind of like my style, and I really think that I'm getting there. I've been inspired by a lot of other ARC readers, specifically in Helena Hunting's Facebook group. Her Badass Babe Brigade is an awesome supportive community and a great spot for resources and inspiration. I read 4 romance novels in 2 weeks. It's kind of neat, though, because I finished Mr. Broody and the proposal play after the first, so I'm starting off 2025 with 2 books completely read. There was a little bit of carryover with 1, but Mr. Broody I literally started yesterday and finished today. I mostly did the audiobook for that one. Everything else has been off of my Kindle. I don't do audiobooks at night, but Mr. Broody I was really into while I was working on running my small business. I have to say, my Notion board, I'm glad I had it set up prior to this experience. This is the first time that I've had a bunch of arcs hit my inbox all at once. And I didn't even really realize that I applied for so many all at once with close release dates. So having like a Notion board or a calendar or something like a Google spreadsheet help that not happen again. And if it does, well, it'll come in handy for organizing my thoughts. Here's just kind of like a quick look at what my Notion board looks like now that I've completed it. I've added all of my ratings and tropes and page count, covers, and links to all of the social posts and reviews that I made. Now, this is mostly for my keeping, but because, right, we're waiting on those Amazon pending reviews, I will need these links again to submit a form for the other books. And to do that, I don't want to have to go find all these links again. So I usually have my Notion board up while I'm making all of these posts. And then as soon as I'm done, I just take that link, put it directly into my Notion board, and I'm ready to go. So it looks nice. I can put it in this table view to kind of have it all in one spot. Or if I'm actively reading a few different arcs and want to change the status of where I'm at with it, I like having it in the board view that way. Or even just the calendar view so I know when things are due or releasing. Okay, I think that's all. Thanks for going on this journey with me. I'll see you next time.